Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Glad to have you with us. The NBA season now getting into full swing. It'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Los Angeles Clippers. It's the end.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with a defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And also, he's absolutely able to do some incredible things in the air. I mean, he can look like a gymnast sometimes, twisting his body, double clutching his shot. But he maintains a smooth approach to it all.
Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to Portland. They had a chance there right up to the end. They only lost by 3.
It's always a bit rough when you've been put back on your heels trying to protect your lead, and then you don't, as they didn't in this case. It goes down as a loss that probably should have been a win.
I agree. They should have won that game, Clark, and they just stopped playing in that third quarter.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road? Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
Now here's Jordan. Defended by Paul. Jordan kicks to Pippen. The feed to Noah. Back to Pippen. Noah. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center. One of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
That's a 2 from Paul. Off the inbound, no good. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Kings.
And they lit it up from the three-point line. You don't always have to shoot like that to win a game, but it sure doesn't hurt.
Their percentage from deep was excellent. Just take a look at the box score. You know, for a long time, people would look at Staples as the Lakers' home where the Clippers just happened to be sharing space. But the Clippers let everybody know that they called this Staples Center home as well last year. And I thought they were a force in front of their rabid fans.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers really starting to make waves on the landscape here in L.A. as they surpassed the Lakers in wins last season. You know, a big part of that was, Steve, their ability to win here at home.
Yeah, 32 wins here at Staples, and when they got out and ran, this place was really rocking. And this Clipper team has a roster full of guys that can make a play that ignites a crowd, and some new additions this year, new coaching staff. A lot going on for this Clipper team.
5 on the clock. A nice shot by Griffin.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Here's Rose. 20 points for him last game against Portland. And there's a call on Matt Barnes. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Los Angeles. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Great open look there. Jordan's got 5.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Chicago's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Rose kicks it to Noah. He's against Jordan. The kick out to Rose. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Pippen can't hit. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minute speed these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The drive by Paul. The shot misses. Jordan with some nice D. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Jordan. Jordan kicks to Pippen. Back to Jordan. Right side Boozer. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rose. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, I'm sure Chris Paul not happy with how last season ended. He's hungry for a title. For the franchise best in wins for the Clippers, and for CP3, another great season statistically, I think he's got to take some solace in that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I caught up with Coach Tom Thibodeau. I asked him how he was going to slow down Blake Griffin in this one, and he told me, any way we can. He went on to add that he didn't really have any one answer for Blake because he is such a dynamic player, adding, you see the dunks in the highlight reels, but he can hurt you in a lot of other ways as well. Really, we just have to throw everything we can to his way.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
And for Chris Paul last season, a career low in minutes. With a great backup behind him, and Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, even when Paul missed those 12 games with an injury, the Clippers did fine without him. But now Bledsoe is on to Phoenix after the trade. Darren Collison steps into that backup role, and we'll see how he's able to fit.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Michael Jordan. The drive by Paul. Gets the bucket. Paul's got his first points in this one.
A little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Bulls have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them. And Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
The Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. It's Pippen on the wing. Passes it to the dude. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. The dude's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clippers trail by 3. The pass to Dub. Three-pointer. It's all in by the Bulls. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And I think they're probably still smarting from what happened a year ago when they were swept in the season series, losing both matchups.
Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. The drive by Paul. Good. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Steve, talking about the sweep of last year, you have to expect that will be a motivating factor for him today. Clark, going winless against any opponent is not something we're used to.
Well, no matter what, this is a matchup I really look forward to and enjoy, Kevin. Two of the league's best teams going at it, and you never know, partner. It could be a preview of this season's NBA Finals.
Wow, that's a big prediction.
Well, I make big predictions.
You know it, Steve. You do. Don't you? Come on. You do.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Big back-and-forth sequence right there.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. For the Clippers, Matt Barnes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Paul. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul goes in. Great defense that time from Noah.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Jordan. The kick out to Rose. Let's go. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Dub the pass to Redick. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Rose with the ball. The layup off target.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far.